Clean your lens, Shaq.
And you're not even looking when I say we're going straight to you.
What's going on, people? I'm sorry. I'm over here. We doing some technical difficulty, but we here. Look, you know what it is. RJ Fantasy Football Talk, and we got a special show for y'all tonight. We got some good friends, man. All these guys we friends with. We playing leagues together.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get some trade secrets out of some of these guys, man. But you know, some of them not gonna give it up. But you know, we got my good friend Shaq.
Third man is back. Number 3.
Third man is back. You know, we got my brother Tron over here. You know who it is. You know that's Jay up there. So, hey, we here, man. What's going on, fellas?
And we got Travis Kelce up there with the Kelce Crunch.
My bad. Sorry. I that was remnants from last week. From last week. Sorry. Just in case, you know. I just when I needed this last week, I just figured that's all.
We do what we do. But yo, it's been good. It's been a good week here. I ain't got no complaint. We gonna talk some preseason footballs because you know somebody's team lost really bad to another person's team. I ain't gonna say no names on whose teams is whose. It's preseason, but somebody's team looked like garbage, hot garbage.
I mean, that's true. That's true. You know, I'll take that L.
Yeah.
But you know, we got some real issues
I
out there.
won't go put you on blast. I was gonna let the audience just wonder who I was talking
about.
I
ain't the only 49ers fan here tonight. We got another one up here up top, or down low below me, so he can explain that old line is hot garbage.
Hey man, look, if you look at us like in previous years, we've never done good in the preseason. We've never really done good in the preseason, and none of our starters played.
Yeah. That old line terrible though, man. If we ever had to go to the backups, we in some real trouble. I promise you
that. They'll blend in with the starters. They'll be straight.
I say this: the Raiders were undefeated just a year ago, and we know how that year went. So preseason means not a whole lot. So,
not really. So,
but you know,
hey,
it's good to see what kind of talent you got that's about to come into the season. But outside of that, we ready for week 1, man.
Y'all need Nick Bosa to be ready for week 1. So hopefully y'all get that. He'll be there. Confidence. I like it.
35 million? That's a lot.
He'll be there.
Okay.
If you don't know by now, Steve is the optimist in every situation. He says nothing negative.
Hey,
nothing. Nah, always positive. Always gonna say the bright side when it comes to his teams.
Hey man, look, man. If you know about the squad, John Lynch, he loved Nick Bosa more than his own kids, man. That man, he gonna be there. He gonna be there, man. I promise you, he will be there.
Well, look, Nick Bosa is trying to I think Nick Bosa just want to sit out the preseason. I mean, that's all he had. He want to do training camp preseason. I understand it, but we need you in camp, man. That defense looking real slots right now. I tell you that, but we'll get it together, man. You know. I'm not the most I'm not the most 49ers fan that's real high on us right now. You may be high on them more than I am, Steve. But we'll see. We'll get there. Maybe I get there.
What you projecting our win-loss record to be?
9-8.
Oh yeah.
9-8.
Yeah, 9-8.
That's better than I thought you was gonna say.
Nah, you better.
Nah, I'm saying 9-8.
Well, you know, if we send a 4th round to y'all and you send us a quarterback to us,
look,
that could help y'all out a little bit.
I'm just saying, man. All I'm saying is this, man. I'm being realistic. I don't know if y'all watch training camp like that, but Brock Purdy ain't the best. Brock Purdy's pretty bad in training camp, bro. It is horrible at this point. He throw like 2-3 interceptions a practice, and it's bad.
Look, hey man, look, 2 years ago, Jimmy threw like.
And Jimmy threw interceptions in the regular season too.
I got a question because Shaq called me optimistic, but I got a question, right?
Okay.
When we evaluating what these quarterbacks are doing in training camp in the preseason, right?
Okay.
Why is it always a negative thing when the defense make plays? We never look at it from the perspective of like, yo, the defense is out here making plays. Like Brock Purdy is going against the best defense in the league.
Okay, I give you that's the excuse you want. If that's the excuse you want to put out there, I give you that.
No, but it's true. Like he's going.
No. Look, I give you that. If that's the excuse you want to put out there, that's fine. But what about the Raiders? When we played the Raiders, he threw 4 interceptions in 2 days. I'm trying to figure out.
Brock can't play against the Raiders.
Yes, he did. In practice, he did. He threw 4 interceptions. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, 6 interceptions in 2 days against the Raiders. JJ, no, I'm telling the truth because we both watched it.
So, I'm not making excuses, but also keep in mind, like, they just reported today that Brock Purdy is like 100% back.
And Brock Purdy threw 2 interceptions and 2 other ones that got dropped today in practice. So what's your excuse, man? What's your excuse now?
He ain't thrown all summer.
He been throwing for the last 2 months. He been supposedly cleared for the last 2 months. What are you talking about? Not in this type of situation. He has not missed 1 day of training camp. Steve, stop.
Optimistic man. I told you.
Optimistic.
It's never nothing negative.
So with Brock, yes, he got stuff to work on. He's a second-year quarterback and stuff like that.
Okay.
Stuff he need to work on, but I'm not gonna take our defense making plays against him as a negative.
Okay, hold on. If you're throwing it, it's not making plays when you're throwing it directly to the linebacker's numbers. That is called mismanagement of ball placement. That's what that's called. That means he's throwing it directly to the linebackers. If you play football, if you played football before in life, if your quarterback throw it directly to the linebacker, that means he has a problem that he can't see the linebacker coming or something. So that's the problem. That's
or the issue could be no one cares about the 49ers because they suck anyway.
I mean,
but we got to.
I got Jimmy G taking the Raiders to the playoffs, man.
Oh, I don't. I have Jimmy G getting hurt in week 6, and then we start the Aiden O'Connell era. But I will say this.
I want y'all to circle back. What's today? August
16th.
It's 9:19
Steve Dent says the Raiders are going to the playoffs.
PM. I want y'all to circle back to this clip because I'm telling you. Now, this is all dependent on Josh Jacobs being signed because we know Jimmy G needs a running game.
Jimmy G needs a running game, and Jimmy G needs a defense. We don't have a defense, but I have reason to believe the defense is going to get better. And I ain't going to say playoffs, but I think the Raiders are going to be better than some suspect. But I'm ready for Aiden O'Connell.
Y'all going to sneak into the playoffs as a 7th seed.
I ain't mad at it, but we got some questions. Shaq, you've been so far away they forgot who you are. So let's
the third man is here, guys.
We'll assume that everybody knows the people on the top row. We're the ones you see all the way, but on the bottom, let's start left to right with Shaq, then Tron. Give a little intro of yourselves for the people to know who they're listening to and why they should listen to you.
It's the third man of the podcast. I've been away all summer. My fault. I've been helping young ladies pay their tuition a little bit. But I'm here. I'm back. You see the gang. You see the squad. Locking it in now. We're gonna take a road trip to Mike Evans Hall of Fame ceremony when it happens. We there. Third man bringing the energy, bringing the real to the podcast, and my man up top is holding my belt, and I don't like it.
I did. Let them know.
Yeah, it's your boy Tron, man. City Smoke. You know what I mean? We the
Tron.
Fancy football, city champion and everything.
One of the two, it don't matter.
Yeah, one of the two and everything. But I mean, we here trying to get some little insight on these fantasy football mock drafts and everything. But I mean, we here with the Washington also. Hopefully, we'll go back to the Redskins to get our team together with the new ownership and everything. But hey, we here looking forward to the Super Bowl and repeat as the champion.
Yeah.
Take this plastic off today or something.
The little belt, the belt you see on his shoulder. We talk about our Dynasty League. This is our Dynasty League champion over here. So he has some insight and a belt to prove that he knows what he's talking about. I don't know why he's a Commanders fan or Washington football team or Redskins, whatever name they gonna go with coming up. But he knows his stuff. And Dent.
Yeah, this Steve Dent, man. You already know by now, San Francisco 49ers fan. 4-time fantasy football Epsilon Pi League champion. Ain't that right, Jasper, my guy?
I got 3 myself. He got me beat by 1.
Yes, I'm 4-time future True Warriors champion. That's coming this year. I'm calling my shot.
You said this year. That's impossible.
This year. I'm
What?
calling my shot. This year, I am winning it all. And then when somebody finally leaves the barbershop and retires, apparently the barbershop league is like when you get those good positions at HR and they want to hang on to you. You gotta wait for somebody to retire. You gotta wait for somebody to have another baby, get more kids on their plate. I gotta step away for a while, and then I get my invite to the barbershop league, and I'll be a future champion in that.
Remind us who's the champion of the barbershop league again? I'm trying to remember. There's some dude.
Some dude named Jay.
Is that me?
I guess.
Are you the current champion?
Am I patting myself on the back? I think I am. Yes, I am.
That league gotta be trash.
So what?
Well, I mean, if you want to talk really who the last 2 champs of the barbershop league is, you're looking at both of them. The host of R&J. I mean, I'm just saying. And then Dr. Steve.
What's the belt that Tone got?
That's another league.
That's the Dynasty League.
Okay.
The Imperial League. We might have to try to get you in there, actually, because it's a league of all champions.
I've actually never played in a Dynasty League. I'd be interested.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, I want to let you know, Steve, those 3 championships you have in the other league, they really don't matter.
Oh, whoa.
Until you win something.
Well, first off, it's 4. First off, he got 4 in that league. All right. And secondarily, that league is for real.
Nah, that league is tough, man. You ever been in the league with 3 bench players?
You ever been in the league with 16 teams?
You can't put the phone down.
Hey.
I mean, that's the True Warriors.
Yeah. You can't pull away from the computer. You always got to be on high alert because somebody ain't trying to steal your quarterbacks. Have you been in a league like that before, where you got to be on alert 24/7? Yeah, I don't know, man. I do.
Each league has its own thing that makes it special. So I like all the leagues I play in. I wouldn't put any. But one thing I will say about the barbershop is that bank that you get in there is what makes that one stand out, because I'm trying to win all that cash again.
Yeah, I promise I'm coming back.
How much the barbershop league?
It's $2,000. Well, it's total $2,000, but it's $200 buy-in.
And we gonna tell y'all how to win it. This well, I have the number 1 pick in that league, so I'm about to go run back to back on that jugger. But before we get it, the point of tonight is we're gonna go through. We've already gone through all our skill positions. We told y'all the top tier quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and of course tight ends is the Travis Kelce tier that you guys saw at the start of the show. But before we get to the mock draft, any NFL news y'all want to bring up?
I mean, it ain't no real news for real out here, but training camp, preseason games, and stuff like that. But it ain't no news that's shocking. I mean, Sauce Gardner got burned today.
Well,
you want to talk about that, Shaq?
No trade secrets.
No trade secrets. What about Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott getting signed? What's the fantasy impact for those players? Y'all think?
I feel bad for Breece Hall.
Don't you know?
I feel real bad for him.
I'm wondering, does that mean he's not expected to be 100% at the beginning of the season? Because that's going to put a dent in his fantasy numbers.
Neither is Dalvin, and I wouldn't feel bad for Breece Hall because more teams are moving to like the 2-headed monster at running.
We're not talking about real life. We're talking about what he's doing to the fantasy team, man.
No, I'm saying he's still gonna get his touches.
Yeah.
Let's just say he doesn't play like week 1, week 2, and Dalvin comes out looking like old Dalvin, comes out crushing and killing. They're gonna sit him on ice. They're gonna put Breece on ice for a little bit.
So you got some teams that would do that. I'm not gonna because
they also got Michael Carter. But well, we got Michael Carter. We gonna run both these two and let Breece heal up for real.
But the league is, okay. So in theory, you're right. But what the league is trending to is the 2-headed monster. So like, even if Dalvin comes in cooking, they're gonna save him for the playoffs. Like, they're not gonna give him all 20.
I don't get fantasy points in the playoffs.
We don't care about that. We don't care about the playoffs. Come on.
Playoffs?
What are you talking about, man?
Jets are going to the playoffs.
You're talking about real life scenarios. We're talking about fantasy football.
No, it translates to fantasy football because Brees is still gonna get his touches. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying that they're gonna save him for the playoffs, which means they're not gonna give him 20, 25 touches a game. That leaves room for Brees Hall to still get his touches. So don't necessarily feel bad for Brees. Brees not gonna get 25 carries a game, but he's coming off an injury himself. He might not even be ready week 1 or week 2.
And so I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, they got to ease him in, but they're going to split carries. It's going to look a lot like Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell. When Elijah Mitchell is healthy for us, Elijah Mitchell going to get his carries. They might not be in the first quarter, but come third, fourth quarter, he going to get.
But that's a different scenario because you got to ask yourself, in 11 days, if Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook sitting on the board, which one you going first? That's the main question here.
I mean, you gotta go. I mean, Dalvin's a better player. You gotta go Dalvin.
Do you go Dalvin?
Yeah.
Or do you go? Okay. But that's the question. Which running back are you taking in fantasy first if they on the board at the same time?
Because Dalvin's the home run threat. Dalvin's the guy that could take a 6-yard screen and turn it into an 80-yard touchdown.
Or is that somebody do you handcuff both of them if you can get both of them?
If you can get both of them, if I you ain't necessarily got to get Brees if you get Dalvin or vice versa. But if you draft Dalvin, matter of fact, I just had a draft last week, and in that draft, I took Dalvin Cook in like the 10th round. But I made sure I already had 2 running backs. I already had Aaron Jones. I already had Kenneth Walker. Dalvin Cook was still there because he wasn't signed. So I'm like, hey, I could take a fly on him and still get another running back or whatnot. So you just got to make sure, like, if you draft Dalvin Cook or Brees Hall, you just got to make sure you got some other running backs in the stable.
What you think, Tron? What you think, Tron? Because you're a running back guy.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm a Cook guy too, but it's kind of hard splitting that time. Plus, you got Aaron Rodgers back there too. But I mean, I ain't too big on handcuffing. But if you get one, you might want to get the other one as well.
Do y'all feel the same way about Ramondre Stevenson with Zeke over there?
I wasn't drafting any Patriots players anyway, so that doesn't bother. But what's that's going to kill Ramondre because Zeke might not have been good last year, but he was great at the goal line last year. So he's going to take away all the goal line touches away from Ramondre. So it's kind of bad for him.
Yeah, I think Ramondre takes a bigger hit out of all these guys because he had I think Zeke had 12 touchdowns last year. All of them came around the goal line, so he's gonna take a lot of those points from him when it comes to the touchdown points. So
I think he takes the biggest hit because his coach is Bill Belichick. And we know Bill Belichick, with his running backs, becomes unpredictable. I was feeling Ramondre just for the fact that there really wasn't any competition for him.
Right.
Now, I don't know.
So y'all still look at Zeke as competition?
Touchdowns, man.
Touches, on the goal line, yes.
The goal line, yes.
Yes.
I mean, Matt Jones got to get him in the red zone first.
That's problem one.
They got to actually get in. They got to get in the red zone a lot for that to happen, right?
You make good point.
That's true, but also Bill Belichick has never stuck with the same running back on a yearly basis
since Corey Dillon.
And last I checked, okay, you got the touchdowns, but then you also got, if you're in a PPR league, you got that factor. Ramondre is going to get all the catches. And Matt Jones is a check down quarterback.
So let me ask you this: is Ramondre a better third down blocker than Zeke? Because Zeke is good at as far as third down blocking.
Nah, Zeke might be the best blocking running back in the league in all
honesty. So he coming off the field on third down then. So let's say Ramondre first and second down, but Zeke is doing third down and goal line. So
I mean, unless they try something different, because Zeke ain't really catch passes like that out the backfield in Dallas. So, I mean, they might try something different. We don't know in regards. All we can go by is like what Zeke has given us so far, and then on top of that, like he not even the same player he was 2 years ago, let alone last year. So like, I can see the goal line situations. If he was with a team that was like a high scoring offense, Matt Jones, like he gotta get there first. Yeah, I get you. They don't have that type of offense where they like can drive down the field at will and give Zeke those opportunities. So I think it's gonna balance out at the end of the day.
All right. Yo, before we continue, Tron, let me get you to so we can get to the smart draft soon. Get you to claim your spot. I just
Claim.
Yeah, I just sent you. Oh, you just did it. All right, then.
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
I see you.
I'm on a commission.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right. I see there's some noise in Miami. Somebody not happy with Tua. I don't know. I didn't see that story.
Yeah, me either, but
so we'll
what's
see.
What's your question, Steve?
I got a question for y'all draft, man. We talking running backs. I got a question.
Yeah.
Man,
what team are y'all staying away from wide receivers from? Like, we all got a team like at a certain position where you like, you know what, I'm not gonna touch that team. Like for a while, there were certain teams like with running backs that you like, you know what, nah, I'm not gonna go nowhere near them in regards to running backs because we don't know what they're gonna do. Like with Miami last year, you know, Raheem was gonna get the start or whatever. When it comes to wide receivers, what team are y'all looking at? You be like, you know what, I'm not drafting the wide receiver from that team.
The Cardinals.
The Buccaneers.
You out your what moment we cuss on camera?
Don't be insulting Mike Evans.
No, his name is Hall of Fame Mike Evans.
He ain't getting 1,000 yards this year with Baker Mayfield.
I don't
he
know.
got 1,000 yards with Josh Freeman. I don't think
Josh Freeman is a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
Josh Freeman is no longer in the league.
And he's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
Mike Evans gets 1,000 yards with any quarterback he plays with.
Not with Baker Mayfield.
I'm going to actually go with Mike Evans just off the fact that he's Mike Evans. I'm not going to draft him as high as I would in previous years. So where he was usually, according to Shaq, first tier, I would say second tier wide receiver. He gets bumped down a couple of notches. But I'm still not afraid to mess with him just because he's Mike Evans.
I'm gonna say New England.
Yeah, I'll say New England too.
Juju might be all right. Matt Jones.
Juju terrible. Stop it.
I'm with Tom. Like Juju, I think Mac Jones, like Juju can be the slant guy.
Is Juju not the number one over there?
He won't. No.
Now Maxon, is he the number one?
Yeah.
He might have to be the number one. Just
we all saw what happens when.
Thank
Juju,
you. I've been saying that for years.
Juju's. I said it to Juju's not that good. He looked good next to AB.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. So you take AB away, put the pressure on him. He don't perform. He goes with Patty, where he don't really got to do too much.
Thank you.
He's not gonna get a lot of touchdowns. He's not gonna get a yard.
I mean, but you just said it though. You said Mac Jones got to get him down the field. Mac Jones is the real problem. Why the receivers are not going to be good.
He gonna have a lot of catches. Juju gonna have like 8 catches. He gonna have those type of stats where he gonna have like 8 catches for like 60 yards. He gonna have those.
Juju is not that good, man. Juju is way overhyped for some reason.
He's not that good. But in the type of quarterback that Matt is, if they running him on the underneath routes, he's gonna have opportunity to get catches. He's just not gonna get a lot of yards and touchdowns.
To answer the Patriots and the Cardinals, I'm staying away from for
you fat.
Any place.
Yeah.
I mean, even like Houston is another team you stand away because you don't know who their receivers are. Carolina is another team. I mean, I'm taking Washington receivers over a bunch of people. I like Jahan Dotson.
I've seen a couple of reports that Terrence Marshall out of Carolina is a sleeper.
Terrence Marshall been hurt, so it might be Jonathan Mingo. I think he got caught off the field earlier.
Oh, he did? Oh,
yeah.
Jonathan Mingo could be a piece for Carolina.
I'm surprised ain't nobody say Atlanta.
I mean, Atlanta got Drake London is a good receiver.
Drake London.
The issue with Atlanta is their coach wants to run the ball. He took Kyle Pitts, who was 1,000-yard tight end, and made him fantasy almost irrelevant just a year ago. So you gotta be a little bit concerned at how much they're determined to run the ball, and that might hurt your wide receivers. I still mess with Drake London, but only as like my third wide receiver.
The Giants is another team where
they don't have any wide receivers.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give y'all one that might catch y'all by surprise. Yeah. I don't trust no receivers in Baltimore.
Ooh.
Oh, controversial.
Zay Flowers?
How about that? I think Baltimore got the rookie of the year.
Zay Flowers?
So when we talk about fantasy football, right? What makes or breaks you is consistency.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not about what you can do in week 2 and week 5. It's about what you're gonna do week to week, right?
Preaching.
Mm-hmm.
What wide it's not even the talent that they got, because they got the talent at wide receivers, but in that system with Lamar Jackson, right? The person that you trust, the only receiver on the whole team that you know is going to be there week to week, is not even the receiver. It's Mark Andrews, their tight end, because he throws to the tight end a lot. Has Lamar Jackson had 1,000-yard receiver?
Yeah.
Who?
He had one. He had one.
It's the type of offense
Hollywood?
that they have. Like,
I think it was Hollywood.
Their receivers are gonna have boom or bust games where like they're not gonna show up in one week, but it might be another week where Odell might go for one of his legendary games where it's like 8 catches for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. But week to week consistency, I don't think their offense produces a receiver that's gonna give you that.
So it's more of a quarterback issue more than a receiver issue.
Yeah, it's more the style of play. Like Lamar Jackson can throw the ball. I'm not saying he can't throw the ball. He's a good quarterback, but his style of play, like it's a reason why even though Hollywood Brown might think he a little better than what he really is, it's a reason why Hollywood won it out.
Yeah. Well, do you think that changes though? This year they have the new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, new coordinator. Yeah.
And they're supposed to be throwing the ball all around. I don't believe it. We actually talked about this a bit last week. If you want to believe it, that's cool. I don't think it's going to be what people are saying. But in theory, they're supposed to be throwing the ball a whole lot more. But I like what you said about consistency.
I trust Mike Tomlin more than any coach in the league, including my own. And I love Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin promised me that Najee Harris would get catches out of the backfield. I drafted Najee Harris. It did not happen. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt, man.
So I'm with the theory of all right, let me ask you this. Do quarterbacks make certain receivers good, or do receivers make certain quarterbacks good? So for like Cleveland obviously don't have their receiving core ain't the greatest, but they have 2 steady receivers. Does Deshaun Watson make them a good receiving core because he's capable of doing that, or are they just not good enough to draft? Because I mean, what's your take on that? I like their receiving core over a lot of receivers.
I'm gonna let Tone go first on this one.
Talking about the Browns?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Peoples-Jones, Amari Cooper,
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, Elijah Moore. I mean, I expect big things from D-Watt this year. That was a nasty man. I think he's going to do a lot of nasty things this year. Towels, orange towels, and all. So I expect big things from D-Watt. I mean, I give him top 10 quarterback. I mean, I give him receiving courts. I mean,
so does
have at least.
Do you think Deshaun make them better? I think Deshaun is going to make them better, in my opinion.
I mean, last year he came off of Hamburg. Yeah, last year I don't think he had enough of practice, enough of time in to put that work in. I think this year he got a lot of stuff to prove this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing him doing big things.
Yeah. Okay.
I say this: Amari Cooper looked good as possible with Baker Mayfield. I think he'll look a lot better.
I like Peoples-Jones too.
Yeah.
As a 3, Peoples-Jones is probably good as a 3. He won't get as a 2, but I think when you get Elijah Moore, and then you get Amari Cooper as your 1 and 2. I like that receiving core. I just think certain quarterbacks make receivers look better than they are. And that's the case in some offenses.
But some wide receivers can make quarterbacks look better than they are
true.
as well.
I mean,
like Mike Evans, for instance.
Mike Evans might make Baker Mayfield look better than what he is, and that may be the case. Like Brandon Ayuk may make Purdy make better. Purdy, because Purdy trash, but he may look Purdy.
Hating.
This disrespect for Brock Purdy, man. You gotta talk on the side. We gotta stop.
We will talk on the side. I got a bunch.
That's your quarterback, man. Like T.O. said, that's your quarterback now.
That's not my quarterback. That is not. Yeah. I did not.
Brock is the real deal, man.
No, he's not, bro. Nah, he's not. Okay, we're not gonna talk. We gonna talk about it on the side.
I was feeling your optimism until you said he the real deal.
He the real deal.
All right, so look,
we're gonna find out.
You remember 2 years ago we had the same conversation at the draft, and you was like Jimmy the real deal. Jimmy's no longer with us no more. and you said Jimmy was the real deal. So I'm trying to figure out how do you manage your real deal here, because at the end of the day, you was gun ho at the draft and say, you know what, Jimmy the real deal right now. I think we should do Jimmy. Jimmy's gone now because Jimmy couldn't perform, and he's nothing but Jimmy 2.0. So yes, he's in the same situation where his receivers and running back is going to make him look good, but at the end of the day, he's not that good of a quarterback. That's the situation like a lot of systems. It's just like Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones looks good when Saquon's there, but if you pull Saquon away, he looks like a bad quarterback.
Here's the only issue I have is we can only go by. I'm not putting I'm gonna be honest. I don't put a lot of stock in preseason. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see what we can do, but I don't put a lot of stock in preseason. Training camp is the to iron out those kinks. So I'm not going necessarily to blame them for mistakes in training camp. We can go off the sample size of when the games matter. Right?
I mean, that's true.
When the games matter.
That's true.
When did we get Jimmy? In 2018, right?
See, but okay, it's the same situation. Jimmy went 5-0, looked good. They gave him a big contract.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you. Here's the difference.
What's the difference? Tell me, I'm listening.
The difference is our offense has never looked as good as it did towards those games when Brock took over.
Okay.
Our offense hadn't looked that good in years.
Okay, so
I'm talking about maybe. Our offense ain't looked that good since Jeff Garcia and T.O. back in the day. Our offense, we was averaging 35 points per game with Brock. Okay. We was doing stuff offensively. Like Kyle opened up the entire playbook for Brock, and Brock was.
So let me ask you this, and you know I'm coming with some info. So I need you. I'm a numbers guy, so I need you to be prepared for this now. Jimmy was 4-0 with Christian McCaffrey, right?
He was. I'm gonna tell you the difference.
I let you go.
He was 4-0 with Christian. Yeah.
He was 4-0. Now I want to let you know this, right? Mm-hmm. Brock had a game of 175, 178, 213, 232, and 245. So, and he had probably less than 20 completions in those games. He's not the reason why we're winning. When you got Christian McCaffrey in the backfield that you can dump off and throw to the left, throw to the right, do a slant, do an out route, do a 10 in post, do a 10 in end, and you got these guys that's going to yak the rest of the yards, of course you're going to look good. That's what Jimmy was. Jimmy was that guy. If you do a 10-yard slant, Debo took it 60. And then when he was on ESPN, Jimmy looked good today because he threw for 200 yards. But all of that was Debo doing the rest of the work.
I think the bigger thing with all of that was really crappy teams like the Raiders. When he took over, y'all played the Commanders, the Cardinals, the Raiders. The only good team they played, I think he was the quarterback for the Bucs game too. But the only really good team they all played during that time would have been the Seattle Seahawks, and the offense looked a lot better.
It wasn't even the Seahawks. The best defense we played in that stretch of run.
I ain't talking defense. I'm saying the best. Oh, you're saying the best defense I played against?
The best defense we played in that stretch of run was the Washington. No, it was the Washington Commanders.
They put it like 37 on the Commanders.
No.
Yes, it was.
We got to circle back. When he first got into the game, that was against the Dolphins.
No, what we saying is this.
They didn't have.
The Dolphins' defense ain't good either.
We was an underdog against
Hold up. And I'm going to tell you who the Dolphins was missing. The Dolphins they were missing their two corners, their starting safety, and their linebacker.
And we was an underdog in that game, so you can't discredit him for that.
But what I'm saying,
picked us that we was an underdog. Everybody picked us to lose that game. Washington would have been in the playoffs had it not. What they call
the NFC? The NFC East was irrelevant outside of Philadelphia.
So what I'm saying is
themselves and put Carson Wentz back in. Washington makes the playoffs.
Let's talk about defense. The best defense he played in that whole stretch was the Washington Commanders. They were ranked 17th in defense. Everybody.
Did he not go into Seattle and beat?
Seattle had the 24th ranked defense.
No.
Yes, they did.
He went to Seattle and beat
They had the 24th ranked defense. And
did he not beat the Cowboys?
Hold up. And on top of that, let's not forget that he threw 3 interceptions that Seattle dropped. They dropped 3 interceptions.
Hey, that's on them.
Hold up. So hold up. So you gonna sit here and tell me that the almost interceptions that could have lost us the game don't matter?
When I'm gonna tell you the biggest difference between Brock and Jimmy G.
They both throw interceptions.
Is that Jimmy G always gives us plays where it's like, all right, like he might have it this game, and then it's like you're waiting on him to make that mistake, and then he makes that mistake. The biggest issue with Jimmy G wasn't us getting to the playoffs. It was could we win the big one with him. We just couldn't do that. With Brock you can't name one play last year. You can't name one time with Brock where it was like, all right, we just waiting for you to make the mistake. He never gave you the Here's the biggest difference between those two. Brock's decision making with the ball.
He threw 7 interceptions that were dropped. We should have lost to Dallas.
We don't count drops.
What you mean it don't count that?
We don't count drops.
So let me tell you this.
Hey, but let's wrap it up though. Let's wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up, Jay. I gotta tell him this.
Tell him this.
This man has thrown 10 interceptions in practice, 7 more that were dropped. He has 5 fumbles. Hold up, I'm not done. Hold up. And he threw 7 interceptions in real life football. We should have lost to Dallas. If Diggs would have caught that and hit it right him in the numbers, it would have been over. We would have lost in the playoffs. And he looked like trash against Dallas.
I see if this was Vegas, you putting all your chips on F.
He is trash. I promise you. And we're going to come back to this again.
You put a lot of chips on F.
I say this. We're going to find out soon because y'all got a very good first week against the Steelers.
And we're going to lose to Pittsburgh in the first week.
We're going to find out what they do.
But pretty much trash.
We are all here tonight to do our mock draft. So let's try to shift our gears over and get this mock draft done.
We're gonna talk about this offline.
And then we're gonna have off air the Brock Purdy debate between Steve and Rodney. Maybe put that on one of our side clips. Y'all can go all the merits of y'all mediocre quarterbacks.
He's trash. I want you to draft him this year too. Draft him. He is trash. I want you to take him.
All right. Nita made a comment that the great thing about this is listening to these kinds of conversations, even the 49ers conversations, you get to learn a whole bunch of stuff. And these conversations can help make you better in fantasy football. So like I said earlier, we went through all of our tiers. And so now we're going to put all these tiers to practice. And we're going to see, try to show you all how you should do in your draft. So we have a draft set up on Sleeper. If you guys don't know Sleeper, I think it's probably the best app there is for fantasy football. But we do a couple of leagues in Sleeper. And so if you're familiar with it, even if you're not in Sleeper, the draft works pretty much the same. So we're going to just go through a simple 1 quarterback draft. We have several flex spots. We're going to go through, just like we did with our 2 quarterback draft, we're going to go through the top 120 players. And we have a clock, but we'll probably stop the clock here or there to answer questions or give people some time to elaborate on their players. But with that being said, are y'all ready for it?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so here we are. We've got Jasper Lewis, the senior, in the 1 spot. We're going to have the computer pulling out the 2. We had our producer in 3. I'm in 4. The computer's again on 5. We got Den in 6. We got our 3rd man, Shaq, in the 7th spot. Rodney in the 8th. City Smoke is, hey, you moved. You moved. you were in 10.
My fault, man. I had to get ready for that.
All right. I'm like, wait. That's not where you were earlier. All right, so Tron's in the 9th spot, and the computer will do the rest. So if everybody is ready, I'm going to start our draft off, and let's see how it goes. Jasper Lewis, Sr., you are now on the clock. Assuming he hasn't fallen asleep. I don't know. He's a Eagles fan, so all of y'all 49ers talk might have bored him to tears because he remembers that playoff game.
Angelo wanted to get in. Too late now, but.
Oh, see, I can't even see the comments anymore. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Of course, I might have to make this pick for him.
Your pops fell asleep.
Oh no. Are you still there?
Man, give him Patrick Mahomes, man. That's what he wants.
It says Pat, my bedtime, man.
I hear him.
All right, so while we're waiting to find out, no, he just came in the room. But who would y'all pick for y'all first pick? Or y'all don't want to get that away? Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
He really went Patrick Mahomes.
He went quarterback early. All right. And then Justin Jefferson made the pick I was expecting to see. So our producer's on now.
It just all depends on the league.
Yeah.
In like a league like this,
it's not that league.
In the league, it just depends on the league. But in a league like this, I'm either going Christian McCaffrey or Justin Jefferson.
All right, and I see Travis Kelce off the board. Not too. If you got a bowl of Kelce Crunch up before the show starts, you kind of showed us what your pick was gonna be. I ain't mad at it.
That didn't necessarily have to be my pick, but he was there. I got the box. Let's go. Travis, if you're listening.
All right. Now, on social media, I said I was going to try a zero running back kind of strategy, but I'm looking at Christian McCaffrey there, just looking right back at me saying, pick me, pick me.
No, stick by your strategy.
But I'm going to keep it real with the people, and I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. Let's go Jamar Chase. And, of course, the computer.
Took CMC.
So, yeah, then CMC. That was the logical pick, but I'm trying something different. Cooper Kupp. Are you worried at all about Cooper Kupp's leg injury?
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. Season don't start to September 10th.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it. I think because of last year, I think people forgot that Cooper Kupp is the only receiver Matthew Stafford knows.
Oh.
So
volume. He's gonna get that volume for certain.
Yeah. If he on the field, he's guaranteed 10 catches a game. So.
Yeah. And then we got Austin Eckler off the board. I like that. Hey, the man gets touchdowns.
He gets touchdowns.
All right, now we're at our champion with the 9th pick.
Are we allowed to ask questions while the draft is going on?
Sure.
Yes, ask all the questions
Ask
you want.
away.
Why is Bijan Robinson so high?
We asked the same question. I don't know why either.
So me studying, the art of war and the 48 laws of power. I study all my ops and my teams and my division. They are going to force feed that man. He's going to. All right. Every report, they're going to run that man into the ground.
Yeah,
I've seen reports that say that he's not even the number one running back on the depth chart.
Okay, as of right now,
he's not.
Give it time.
No, I'm not discrediting Bijan. I think Bijan got a chance to be one of the best running backs in years. I think in a couple of years he's going to be a top 5 running back. I'm just talking about right now. Like, I don't understand.
Is he a first round? I'm surprised actually he's not a first rounder in this draft. But yeah,
he's higher up here than Nick Chubb.
Yeah, we had this discussion a few weeks back. We did a whole show on hype. Off-season hype, and the hype around Bijan is crazy to me, considering they had Tyler Algier, who just did 1,000 yards a year ago.
Thank you.
The one thing you can't say about him is, like I said earlier, Atlanta's going to run the ball. They run nonstop, and I think there's enough room for both guys to eat. But I'm with you. He shouldn't be going above guys like Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry, who we know are those bell cows that just get 30-plus carries a game. I don't see Bijan getting 30 carries.
And Jasper, let me ask you a question, because I actually was having this conversation with somebody earlier. What do you think what are your projections for Devontae Adams numbers this year with Jimmy G?
Devontae's going to do Devontae things. He's going to put up over 1,000. I would say I put a minimum on like 1,300. But what made Devontae great for fantasy last year was the touchdowns. I'm a little bit concerned that that's going to drop off a little bit, but I still think he can give us double-digit touchdowns. So we did our fantasy tiers, and we still have Devontae Adams as the tier 1 wide receiver. I don't think he's going to put up last year's numbers, but he
my only concern with Devontae this year is that I think people sleep on him. I think he's a great deep ball receiver, boss. And I don't, and that's not Jimmy G's strength.
Yeah.
So that's my only concern with that.
Hey, well, Aiden O'Connell's gonna lead the ship about week 6. Get ready for it.
Shit.
I see Tron stayed true to his running back goes. First 2 picks running backs. Rodney's first 2 picks wide receivers. Shaq also first 2 picks running backs.
I thought about going Derrick Henry there, but I'm like, jeez. CeeDee Lamb sitting on the board. I'm like, okay. Steady long, steady wrong, Steve. Steady long.
Ooh, Garrett Wilson. Not mad at that. You think?
That's a lot of hype, boy.
Aaron Rodgers said he didn't say he's quite Devontae Adams yet, but that's the target that they have.
I think Garrett Wilson is gonna be. I think he got a chance to be Offensive Player of the Year this year.
He was rookie last year. Why not total offensive this year? But I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going Devontae Adams because I believe I'm gonna keep going with mine.
Looking at Team 5, this is a PPR league, and Bijan turns out to be what they say he is. He has a monster backfield with CMC and Bijan. If this is a PPR league, I'm going crazy.
Because he made it that far, I was actually thinking about going Bijan, but I said I'm gonna still go with my 0 running back.
Do y'all agree with Jamar Chase being a top 5 ranked player in fantasy football?
Yes.
He's gonna put him.
It all depends on Joe Burrow.
I'm about to say, as long as Burrow's
that
out, that's the only
he's gonna be ready
potential
week 1,
for you.
though.
He should be.
Yeah. But I think he's second best receiver in the league behind.
I said at LSU that within Jamar Chase's first 5 years of being in the league, that he'll be no less than top 3 receivers in the league. My only hesitation with Jamar being a top 5 player is that I think T. Higgins is nice too.
Yeah,
and
sure.
And I mean that kind of Justin Jefferson, like he ain't really Adam Thielen last year. He ain't really had nobody else competing with his touches last year. You know what
He's gonna have it this year though.
He's gonna have it this year. Jamar Chase has that. Like Jamar Chase has it where T. Higgins could go off, or shoot, every now and then Tyler Boyd might go off. That's my only hesitation with Jamar Chase. Talent-wise, yeah, he a top 5 fantasy football player.
I mean, but he been doing it since he's been there, and T. Higgins was there before him. So I mean, he been doing it. So I think, but Jefferson gonna have that second receiver this year.
Y'all believe in Jordan Adams?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I do.
I haven't seen enough of the kids, so I don't.
I mean, you got to think Jefferson gonna take so much off of him. He gonna get open regardless. So and he fast.
Nah, he's speeding, man. He can't get right. How you speeding for, man? You should learn from the other wide receivers. You driving on the highway, say your dog got a mercy or something, John, he had going on.
Oh Lord, mercy.
Man, Team 5 is just loading up on running backs though.
Yeah, they go 0
best back.
Jeez. They are really going to a wide receiver. That is crazy.
All right, gonna put them in that flex spot, I guess. What do y'all think about 2 of the top running backs from last year in this draft went in the 3rd round? Josh Jacobs and Tony Pollard.
Well, they don't. I feel like Tony Pollard is he gonna be able to carry the load a whole year? I think that's part of the problem with him and Jacobs with this whole holding out and things of that nature. I think that's scaring people too. So,
would y'all have put him in y'all 1st round if he wasn't holding out?
I would have.
I would.
I like Jacobs.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah.
We just had a big trade for Travis Etienne with one of the people that's in this league now. What y'all think about his what's his ceiling for this year?
The way the coach talking, he gonna get 1,800 yards this year. I mean, that's just
coach what he said.
But
I don't believe it.
Can he stay healthy the whole year? Can he remain, to the end of the year, stay in tip-top shape? I think that was part of the problem last year. He wasn't healthy the whole year. Okay, Mark.
All right, first quarterback.
I've been high on Travis Etienne since Clemson, and when he fell to Jacksonville with Doug Peterson, I mean, I knew eventually he was gonna take that next step. So I'm very high on Travis Etienne this year. I think the numbers he gonna put up this year is gonna make him a first round draft pick next year.
I dig that.
They can't. And that's another thing. This year they're not gonna be able to put 8 men in the box against Jacksonville.
No.
Not
with Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley there, yeah.
That's who I'm really interested to see how he does his first year back. Because that offense looked pretty good with Christian Kirk. And, I mean, I ain't going to hate on him, but with Calvin Ridley should be better than that. So that offense should look nice.
Yeah, so you can't put 8 in the box no more. So Travis going to do his thing. To answer your question, Josh Jacobs, I trust him. Who was the other running back you said, though?
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, a third down running back. Tony Pollard, only problem is he can't block for nothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the only thing that stops him. But as far as fantasy football-wise, he a game changer fantasy football-wise. I would draft him first round.
Ooh. He's been going a lot in the second round in some drafts. I would definitely grab him. He's high on my list.
Yeah, if I had that last pick and that first pick in the second round, I would draft him there.
I ain't mad at it. Shaq, how you ain't drafted Mike Evans yet?
We get
because they don't believe in him. They don't believe in him this year.
You went 2 wide receivers and we ain't seen Mike Evans.
Because they don't believe in him.
We getting there. Hold on, man. Hold on. We getting there.
All right. Don't let somebody jump in front of you.
We getting there.
Lamar Jackson. All right.
Team 5 got a running team, don't they?
Don't they though?
Mercy. Jeez.
They gonna have at least 3,000 rushing yards.
About to say at least.
All right, let's see. I think here I'm gonna go with Nope, I'm gonna go with the best option that's not Travis Kelce. Get my tight end with TJ. I think he can
really
put
doing
up
this no running back thing. Man.
And I liking what it's doing so far.
Oh gosh.
I was hoping Jamar Gibbs was gonna bounce back. I didn't think he would.
What's your outlook on Jamar Gibbs? For Gibbs.
I hate his guts because I have David Montgomery in our dynasty league.
Yeah,
and I thought was gonna be great until that happened. I think Jamar Gibbs is going to be something special, but I'm hoping to
Montgomery in for a reason. That's
what I think.
I don't trust Jamar Gibbs. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh no.
I gotta see it. He has the talent, but I gotta see it, man.
Somebody drafted Geno Smith on purpose.
Yo, Geno put up some numbers last year.
I admit it, and I don't care. Think what you want. I don't care. It's a mock draft. I don't care.
Yeah,
she's trying to throw y'all off. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
My bad, producer.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to even apologize. Geno, what I see last year.
Geno threw for 4,000 last year.
I'm about to say Geno can play as long as he gives me points.
Right? Yeah, 10:05 p.m. We're gonna circle back to this clip as well. And I'm not saying this just because I'm a fan. If Brock Purdy stays healthy. George Kittle is going to have at least 1,200 yards receiving this year.
He got to stay healthy first.
Health aside, if he stays healthy, George Kittle will have 200 plus yards receiving this year.
And he will still have less than Travis Kelce. August 16th. Write that down.
Travis Kelce said it himself. George Kittle don't get enough looks, but
he don't, and he won't.
Yeah, that changes with Brock though. I think Brock is gonna. I think Kittle is gonna have everybody's focused on Brandon Ayuk, and rightfully so. Brandon Ayuk is gonna get a bag next year, whether it's from us or somebody else. He's gonna have a monster year. But George Kittle gonna remind everybody of who he is.
I mean, that's only because that's only how far he can throw. He only can throw 15 yards anyway. So I'm just saying.
I'm not even going.
I'm just saying.
We gotta have a come to Jesus moment. I don't like your lack of confidence. I don't like it.
I'm just speaking the truth. He can't go past 15 yards.
What did Jesus say? Ye of little faith. Ye of little faith.
I mean, I'm just speaking the truth. You can't throw past 15 yards. I'm just saying. I mean, truth hurts sometimes. You know what I mean? You're my brother though, but the truth hurts sometimes. I need you to understand that.
I can see you clips right now. That man throwing more than 15 yards, bro.
And I can see you clips him throwing interceptions. So okay.
Yeah. We got some love.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to pound the gavel on this whole San Fran talk because y'all gonna go back and forth the whole night. I'm pounding the gavel.
Oh, Darren Waller. Now you talk about somebody staying healthy. Can Darren Waller?
Healthy, but if he is though, I think Jones gonna throw him the ball a lot.
Yeah,
for much the same reason.
He another check down monster. He gonna throw Darren Waller the ball a lot.
So RJ really messed me up by picking my quarterback. I wanted that was gonna go around on the turn. I want to go quarterback here, like I really do with Fields. I don't believe the hype. I don't know why people are so up on him this year. I don't get it. So normally I would just go with that, but not for my first quarterback. But seeing that this guy is still here, we'll go ahead and go with Scary Terry.
I ain't mad at Scary.
I ain't mad at that.
I'm mad at. We'll see. Some people are saying Howell might actually be good. In which case, we got Washington here in the building, trying to shaking his head. Nah.
Well, I'm going.
Cover Brissett, man. Cover Brissett.
I'm telling you now, and I don't mind telling y'all, even if I'm in your league, I'm gonna aim to draft this player in every league I am in, based on what he did for me at the end of last year in the True Warriors League. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this pick.
That is not happening.
I ain't mad at Trevor Lawrence. I'm mad.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I drafted, and I would do it over again. But in the first round, I drafted Josh Allen in the True Warriors League. Last 5 games of the season, including the playoffs, Trevor Lawrence was outscoring Josh Allen by like 20 points. Easy. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to enter. I'm not saying he's going to solidify himself as top 5, but he's going to enter that debate. You're going to have to at least talk about him.
No, we're not saying that. But what I'm saying is, you're picking at 6 in True Warrior this year. Is it 6?
Yeah.
He may be there at 6, but I don't know if he's gonna be there at 6.
He's gonna be there when it circles back around.
No, he's not. He's
watch
what I say.
Unless you draft him, unless you or Shaq draft him, he's going
top 10 this year. In that league, he's going top 10. He's gonna go top 10.
What's your thoughts on Justin?
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. What? Let me see.
Hey man, we doing a draft. We doing another draft right now.
Watch. Somebody's gonna take Justin Fields before him. Watch. Somebody's gonna buy into the hype, like Shaq was saying.
Whoa! Shots fired.
Yes.
I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Josh, let's name the quarterbacks that's gonna get drafted ahead of him. Justin Herbert.
Okay.
In that league, that's a passing league. No way near it. No.
Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I predict that Justin Fields will get drafted before. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna buy into the hype, man. Somebody's gonna buy into the hype. Dak Prescott. Somebody's gonna get Dak before him.
I mean, of course, Prescott, but Justin Fields going to top 10, I doubt that seriously.
Well, he's gonna go before Trevor. I'm not saying top 10. He's gonna go before Trevor.
No, I don't think so. But okay.
I'm telling you.
He's giving away trade secrets. There you go.
Let me say, for that kind of league, the True Warrior, Barbershop, Gridiron, Trevor Lawrence should go ahead of Justin Fields because that's a solid passing league. But for this draft here, and for several other ones, I am big on Justin Fields this year because he put up last year. We did Bijan Robinson earlier in the show when we did the hype show. I also mentioned Justin Fields as getting a bit too much hype this year as well. But I think at this point with the strategy I'm going with, I think Justin Fields is going to be a big contributor. I'm really impressed with what he did this past weekend in that preseason game. Yeah, it's just a preseason. He looked good in preseason last year. But I think DJ Moore gives him somebody that he can get better passing numbers than he did a year ago.
Don't forget he got Claypool too.
I used to like Claypool.
Claypool's good.
Claypool. I think Claypool is going to be really good now that he can potentially be like the third guy option on the offense.
He's a number two. He's a number two.
Well, I mean, in the offense, he's probably like the third option.
He's not a bum. Claypool is nice.
Yeah, Claypool is nice. If not too much is required from him.
Yeah, so, I think Justin Fields, they're gonna make him have to throw the rock this year. So we're gonna see.
I'm gonna go here and say I hope my man can do what he did last year in Carolina and put up some decent fantasy numbers. I'm not usually a big Miles Sanders guy, but at this point,
I like that pick. I like Sydney pick though. I like that George Pickens pick. That's a good pick.
we love George Pickens on this show. So we're about halfway through the draft so far. How y'all feeling?
God dang it, Steve.
You thought Brandon Ayuk was going to make it back to you?
Damn, man.
Come on. I almost went Ayuk myself, but I said I need to get me another running back.
He won't make it back to you, dog.
Yeah.
He was not making it back to you, dog. It won't happen.
So seeing I already got 2 starting wide receivers, I'll go ahead and just get this guy, wait for him to come off suspension.
Alvin Kamara?
Yeah.
I ain't mad. I would have done it, but I waited too long to get my first running back. So I can't fool with him.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Saints got a real shot with. I'm a believer in Derek Carr, man. I believe in Derek Carr, man.
This is what I'm saying.
Y'all should have never let him go.
Hey, mommy, you're my man. You're my man. You're my man.
Yes. You waited too long.
Hey, Shaq, we got you made a comment when I was, I was sending to my son, so I couldn't really comment like I wanted to. But I heard you say that Mike Evans, as of right now, is the first ballot Hall of Famer. Is that true?
Yep. Yep.
I'll be at your house in the morning with a cup.
Does anybody in here
Guy, you go to the bathroom real quick,
I'm gonna fail that test. I'll tell you now. Don't even bother coming up with that cup.
I love you enough to get you tested, brother. I love you.
We'll do this. Does anybody here disagree with me that he's not first ballot?
Not right now. No, he's not first ballot. He's not. And they made T.O. wait. You think they're not gonna
They made T.O. wait because of what he did during the game sometimes. Yeah. He had off the field issues and stuff like that.
But not just T.O. You gotta admit, the wide receivers get a hard time.
Wide receivers have a hard time, bro. If your name is not Megatron,
but T.O. didn't do 1,000 yards 7 straight years either.
And more than 7. Let's not shortchange my man. Come on.
Yo, whatever, man. You know what I mean.
9.
But you had to settle for Mike Evans light with Chris Godwin because you waited too long.
Yeah, because Rodney's a jerk. That's why.
Why I gotta be all that for? I mean, I was sitting there.
I can't say what I want to call you because we got kids publishing the show. So you're just a jerk, all right?
It's a family show.
Name one wide receiver that's done, and Mike Evans got the ring.
I mean, for my third wide receiver, I thought Mike Evans would fit. I seen him sitting there, and I thought you was gonna take him before that, but you waited too long.
I was waiting on one more swing. I
don't know why you waited way too long.
There's enough players. There was enough players.
Mike is a Hall of Famer. He's just not first ballot, bro. Not right now.
Mike is.
All right. With this
Chris Carter wasn't even first ballot.
Who?
Chris Carter. Marvin Harrison wasn't first ballot. If your name's not Megatron, Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, or Jerry Rice,
and even out of those, Mike Evans has done something they have not done. Besides Jerry. But when Jerry got the rings, Mike has done something none of those wide receivers have done.
Here's the issue with your argument. You're saying Mike has done something that none of them have done. The rest of them have done.
That no wide receiver has done.
Right. The rest of them have done a lot of things that Mike Evans has not done.
Like what? Like a championship? Because Mike Evans got that too.
Nah, you know me. I don't really. you know me. I'm not the one that hang my hat on rings like that. That ain't really me. You know what I'm saying? But has Mike Evans went for 1,800 yards in the season?
Mm-mm.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we could start to pile that up. How many times has Mike Evans been first team All Pro?
They be hating on my man, dog. They hate on him. They hate on my man a lot.
They be hating on my man.
I mean, we can continue to go down the list. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get what he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. When did Mike Evans come into the league?
It's his 9th season.
This is 9th season. All right, cool.
Yeah, he came in 2014.
He came in 2014. All right. Let's look at the other receivers that came in with him, you know, since 2014.
I mean, he ain't lying. Mike Evans.
For you to say he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, that means he's the best receiver since 2014.
You know my stance. I'm biased. You know my stance.
I mean, because if that's the case, Davante Adams is the first ballot Hall of Famer right now.
Oh, he definitely is the first ballot Hall of Famer, and that's before he came to the Raiders.
But also, you got to ask yourself, how many Mike Evans quarterbacks? How good were they? Because he's played with some pretty bad quarterbacks.
Remember Mike Glennon? Nobody does. 1,000 yards.
Well, if that's the case, then Andre Johnson should have been first ballot.
Listen to
No.
Mike got this.
If that's the case, Andre Johnson should have been first ballot.
Yeah, I got to pause for you.
Is Mike Evans the best receiver since 2014?
Yep, sure. I'll go, yep.
You lying to yourself. I know. You know that's true. You know that's not true.
Oh my gosh, you say you lying to yourself.
It's all right, man. It's cool. It's all right.
I mean,
you can unpause it. My bad.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right, let's go.
That's funny.
For the top 3 sleepers this year.
How many more picks we got?
After you do this one, you're gonna have 3. Oh.
They just gave you Deshaun Watson, so don't even
Ooh, Quincy, why you do that, man? That's definitely where I was about to go.
I can't tell you my sleepers yet because one of them about to come up on this next go around.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I think I know who it is.
Well, if you know, you might stop me from doing it.
I'm gonna put this.
I might.
So I'm conflicted with this next pick. I'm going quarterback with this pick.
You need to.
And I'm conflicted because there's one guy here who should do great, but after I watched that quarterback show on Netflix, this guy gets all my respect.
Oh, Kirk Cousins is the man. Only because of Justin Jefferson.
A whole lot more after I watched that quarterback show. I respect him a whole lot more. And he has Justin Jefferson, who they say is the number 1 receiver in the league. So why not?
Did y'all hear? I gotta go back and I gotta look it up because I can't remember who said it. I want to say it was Ryan Clark though. Said that George Pickens is more talented than Justin Jefferson.
I gotta say, I saw that. I was impatient first when I saw it. And the clip.
George Pickens plays for the Steelers, right?
Yeah,
yes. That's why he said that.
Yeah. I need to see his explanation. What was his explanation? What was his
I gotta read the whole thing.
Yeah. Before I say what I want to say, I gotta see the rest of that clip.
We gotta pull that up because I saw it and I was like, hold on, wait. I feel there's ways you could explain that and convince yourself that you make sense, but right now Justin Jefferson is just him right now. I ain't putting nobody above that. So we got a little run at quarterbacks going.
Is Justin Jefferson the best wide receiver in the league right now?
By far.
Yeah. No, I won't go by far. I won't say by far.
Oh, because of Mike Evans?
No, because of Jamar Chase. I won't say by far. I won't say by far.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I still think it's Davante Adams.
I ain't mad at that.
I mean, it's Jefferson, but Devontae ain't far from him.
If I say it like this, if we're going to just, currently right now, when you say right now, a lot of times we're just going off of the previous year. If we're going off the previous year, Justin Jefferson's best wide receiver in the league. But if we're going off of overall body of work, like the best receivers right now, I'm putting Devontae number one.
But it's a year by year thing. It's not a body of work thing. It's a year by year. So
it's Justin then if we're doing that.
Yeah, it's a year by year thing.
Hey man, who team 10, man? What they doing?
It's the computer.
Yeah.
They looking at my board, man. They looking at my big board.
Everybody don't get they getting, so I feel like damn.
I'm gonna ask.
Was Addison your sleeper?
I was coming back with my stack, man.
We're gonna rank this real quick though. We're gonna help Shaq out. I'm gonna ask the rest of y'all. I don't even want Shaq to comment. I'm gonna ask the rest of y'all. Right? We're gonna talk about best wide receivers since 2014. I'm looking at the.
You need a moment. Hold on. You need a moment, Tron.
Yeah, but no.
Take your time. We got all.
I'm gonna throw some names out here, and y'all tell me. Y'all tell me if y'all will rank Mike Evans over them. All right, I'm gonna just throw some names out here. Best wide receiver in 2014. Antonio Brown.
Out the league.
He's dead to me.
Out the league.
You just talking about best
dead
wide
to me.
receivers.
We don't talk Antonio Brown on this show. He's been officially
not going
banned
to the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
He out the league, so it don't matter.
Okay.
And dead to me.
DeAndre Hopkins.
No. Nuke is the truth.
Nuke is the truth.
But what about you, Tone? You putting Mike Evans over on DeAndre Hopkins since 2014?
Nah.
Okay.
I fuck with D-Hop. Well, I mean, but like you say,
about numbers, man. It's numbers.
I got numbers and Mike got numbers, rings. Man. You know what I mean? Even though I think D-Hop a better receiver, I mean, Mike have been putting on work.
He put up 1,000 yards 9 years straight. He got 81 touchdowns over 9 years. Can't discount that. I'm sorry. So and I'm not trying to agree with Shaq, but I'm just saying, like, numbers matter. At some
numbers
point.
do matter. But hold up. I want to get back, before we go to the ranking, I want to get back to something that Tron asked about top sleepers. Quentin Johnston. Mark it down. Top wide receiver from the rookies this year.
That's a good pick there.
There you go.
Because, Mike Williams can't stay healthy.
Mike Williams can't stay healthy. Keenan Allen can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
This dude has a chance to be the number one wide receiver in that offense. And Justin Herbert is just that good. He's going to get 1,000 yards this year.
Hey, I agree with you, Commish. I mean, that's my first pick this year for the sleeper coming back.
Yeah, I hated him. So, I'm mad at you because I was hoping he was going to bounce back around. I saw you when you did it.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. If he does do that, it is because of Justin Herbert. Yeah. I think Quentin Johnston, I think he's a little overhyped as a wide receiver, to be honest.
I don't think he's the best wide receiver that came out.
His best play in the playoffs was blowing coverage and he was wide open 50 yards down the field. I mean, he's not the best route runner.
I would put him third of the wide receiver. I think Jordan Addison's a better wide receiver than he is. I think JSN is the top, but I think Quentin Johnston just landed in the best position.
He's in the best situation.
He's got no comp.
Because you got to ask yourself, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen played 4 games together last year. They're both going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Period.
So it's all depending on them getting hurt.
But they are going to get hurt. They always get hurt every year. Nothing new.
I mean, we're not going to wish injuries on nobody.
We're not wishing.
What are you talking about? They get hurt every year. Matter of fact, if Mike Williams ain't hurt, he don't play well, even in the game.
I understand the logic behind Quentin Johnston. I understand.
Mike Williams has went games where he had 1 reception in 2 yards, back to back. So
how y'all think they're gonna play Quentin Johnston? Cause y'all
you can't.
Who the other receiver that kind of went off when both of them got hurt? What's his name? Like Justin Palmer or something like that?
Yeah, Palmer.
Yeah.
Palmer. Yeah.
So y'all think Johnston gonna be like the slot receiver?
I think Quentin Johnston will be the 3rd receiver, but you got to justify paying Mike Williams $20 million so you can keep him on the field anyway. And you're paying Keenan Allen close to that. So both of those guys can be on the field until they get hurt at the end of the day. So that's his opportunity, but those guys get hurt. I always injury on nobody, but it's just the truth. They always hurt. Plain and simple.
Okay. Damn.
By the way, I want to give myself a pat on the back for getting Jared Goff in the 11th round because
that's big. Yeah, that's pretty big.
So so Rodney, you put in Mike Evans over D Hop? I'm just asking.
I mean, if you going, the numbers gotta matter at some point. Okay, so you got over 10,000.
D Hop don't have the numbers?
Not 10,000 yards. D Hop don't got 10,000 yards.
How many yards D Hop got?
He got 1,100.
I was
got
waiting.
1,100.
Yes.
He got 1,100.
D Hop got the numbers.
But D Hop don't got a ring. Rings matter.
I mean, that's how you. I don't really.
Can I say on rings? If Tom Brady didn't go to the Bucks, Mike Evans wouldn't have a ring either.
But I'm just saying, rings
But
matter.
he did.
But I'm just saying, your quarterbacks matter.
I don't really hear people judging other positions other than the quarterback by rings, though. I don't really hear that.
Yeah.
Okay,
if that's the case, Emmitt Smith the best running back ever.
I mean, he was yards wise and all that other stuff at one point before he got broken.
Ain't nobody outside of Texas ever considered Emmitt Smith the best running back of all time.
By the way, looking it up, D-Hop has more career yards than Mike Evans does. Just putting that out there.
He got another year. He got a year head
Yeah,
start.
he's got. Yeah, it's not exactly apples to apples, but he's ahead by like 1,000. Oh, who's going? Do I need to pause this?
D-Hop also only hit 1,006 times.
Yeah. No, Mike Evans. I'm not saying D-Hop is way better than Mike Evans. I'm just gonna say I have him slightly ahead because he's had to work. I think he's had to work with. I think he's had to work with a lot less.
You don't hate us slightly, Jeff.
No, Mike Evans is the truth, but I'm just saying D-Hop has had a lot less. Hey, D-Hop ain't never had Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Who was the best quarterback that? I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Who was the best quarterback that he's played with? Since it wasn't Tom Brady was his best quarterback, he got that late in his career.
But he also had Jameis Winston,
the best quarterback that DeAndre Hopkins played with.
Deshaun Watson. He played with good quarterbacks.
Deshaun Watson was a top 5.
He was a top 5 quarterback before he was a nasty guy. Deshaun Watson was a top 5 quarterback before he got nasty.
He wasn't better than Tom Brady.
He put up more yards than Tom Brady 1 year before that.
But he won't better than Tom Brady. But he's not better than Tom Brady. Get out of here.
I'm not saying he's better than Tom Brady. But what I'm saying is you got Mike Evans played with the likes of Josh Freeman. That's what I'm saying. So
DeAndre Hopkins played with a lot of bad quarterbacks too before Deshaun got there, bro.
But he played his first 4 years with Deshaun Hopkins. I mean,
no, he did not.
At least the first 3.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we got to pull that
like his first 2 or 3 years.
No, Deshaun.
Yes, he did.
Not his first 3 years.
My gosh. What was that, JJ?
Oh.
We got to go to the statistician on that one.
Let me find the pause button.
We got to go
pause that, please.
We got to go to the statistician on that one.
Wow.
We got to.
Matter of fact, Deshaun Watson was in Houston from 2017 to 2020. So he was in there the first at least 3 to 4 years with Deshaun Watson.
So let me make sure I had this right. Are you saying
you said 2017?
Yes, he was drafted in 2017.
Well, then he didn't play. Then he didn't have. He had to play with someone else before because Hobson's been in the league longer than that.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
D-Hop has been in the league since 2013.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Give me a minute.
Because I gotta check, but didn't he play with Matt Schaub?
Matt Schaub.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up. It is okay. Not that Schaub was bad, but you're not.
I mean, back then, Schaub was giving you 38.
Hey, I had Schaub on several fantasy teams. He put up some numbers.
Was a little slouch. So I mean, but from 2017 to 2020, 19 at least, he played with Deshaun Watson, who was at the top of the game at that point.
Top of the game might be giving it too much.
Yes, he was.
Top of the game is too much.
Yes, he was. I know you don't like
top of the game is.
But he was top of the game. Yes, he was.
How many times in the barbershop league How many times did you go Deshaun Watson number 1 overall?
Deshaun Watson was
How many times did you go Deshaun Watson number 1 overall?
He was a top 5 quarterback in the barbershop league.
Cuantos tiempos.
Troy.
Did you go?
In the barbershop,
No.
in the barbershop, Deshaun Watson was a top 5 quarterback early in 2018, 2019.
I'm gonna pull up the tapes.
The bottom line is D-Hop has more catches and more yards than Mike Evans. Mike Evans does have more touchdowns though.
How long, Shaq?
So you going Mike?
So
Evans
it's hot.
You going Mike Evans over D-Hop?
I'm looking at the yacht. Yeah, he got a ring. Rings matter immediately. Rings matter to me.
Rings don't matter that much.
There's another factor too that we didn't mention. Eyeball test. Skills wise, who's the better?
I'm not taking your eyeball test because you said Brock Purdy was good. So we're not even taking that eyeball test. We're gonna stop there.
Has he lost the game?
Oh my gosh, I can't with you tonight.
Man, make your draft pick.
We're gonna talk. I can't with you tonight.
It's the last round. Make your draft pick.
We not done. Julio Jones.
Ooh,
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones.
That's a close one.
The last 3 years was trash.
You trying to say Julio?
Oh God, no, Mike Evans. Say that. No.
And I'm simply asking if you're ranking the best receivers.
Well, let's hold up on calling Julio trash. Julio is old and broken down. Yeah, but he's been old and broken down.
You strictly going off the last 3 years.
Yeah, go prime.
What did he do the last 3 years?
Again.
Last 3 years.
Since 2014, right?
What did Julio Jones do the last 3 years?
Be broke up and old. You can't count that.
He was still playing.
He was still playing. Though.
Look. Let me say this first. I put Julio Jones beneath Mike Evans, but don't just say Julio Jones is some trash because the last 3 years.
I'm not saying he was trash. What I'm saying is he hasn't been consistent. One thing about Mike Evans has been consistent.
Yeah.
D-Hop, trouble-wise or whatever,
hold on.
He has been consistent.
Y'all are saying if y'all was ranking best wide receivers since 2014 that you're putting.
You said Antonio Brown
over Julio Jones.
You taking Antonio Brown over Mike Evans?
No, I'm just throwing out names.
Oh, I'm about to say.
I wouldn't put Antonio Brown over Mike Evans. No.
Mainly because he's dead
over
to
Mike
us.
Evans. And Julio, this shouldn't even be debatable. Julio Jones is definitely over Mike Evans. That's not even debatable.
It seems like you only want the good. You got to count the bad years because he was playing.
Thank you.
Count the bad. Include the bad. He's still over him.
Oh, my God.
Include it.
Mike got more 1,000-yard seasons than him.
Yes, he does. He's not lying about that.
Include it. Include the bad, dog. He's still over him.
The last 3 years, he's been bad. And you know this. Julio Jones has been bad.
More 1,000-yard receivers. Julio Jones has more yards than him.
Julio Jones the last 3 years has not been good.
But
yes, he's old.
But go to his prime though. You also got look. Look again. I put Mike Evans ahead, but you got to go consistency. If you're going to say consistency, you got to look at every single year. You can't just discount Michael Jordan at the end of his year. Won't Michael Jordan in the prime years, but he's still the greatest to play the game because you looked at his whole thing. Julio was a monster.
Julio was the man. I'm not saying he won't. Julio was the man.
Julio is beyond the man.
Yeah.
Julio's the person that Larry Fitzgerald
Hold up.
he ever seen.
So we got Julio numbers. Julio had 5 seasons where he had less than 5,000 yards. 5. He had 4.
But hold up on those games. Because you're giving partial information on those 5. How many games did he play on some of those? Because on some of those he played fewer games. But that goes. You can't say he had less than 1,000. Like one of those, he only played 5 games.
Y'all gotta stop.
Oh my God. So hold up, injuries don't matter now.
Is the top 10 receiver.
Look, hold up. We're in the last round. Put your draft pick in, Rodney.
I've been trying till you got me on pause.
That's because you keep talking.
Julio Jones.
I'm on pause with you now. Put your thing in.
Y'all gotta stop this. Y'all gotta stop that, man.
Julio went on a run. Hold up. Julio went on a run for 7 years.
Look,
what we're saying is
there would be no Julio Jones slander, is what I'm saying. We don't gotta bring Julio down.
Julio?
Yeah,
but
that's
y'all one thing like there's more to it than getting 1,000-yard receiver.
Hold up, man.
Dog. There's more to it than that. That's the only thing. If that's the only thing you're basing your argument on, it's not much of an argument. Like, yes, he's done something nobody else has done. But
anytime you go to a season when you got 2 touchdowns in your prime, something is wrong. And don't say it's the quarterback because he had Matty Ice. So stop it. So at the end of the day,
they were playing punt coverage on Julio in the red zone. What are you talking about?
He was also 6'3".
They was triple teaming him in the red zone.
Julio ain't never scored a lot of touchdowns.
Mike Evans ain't never seen a triple team in the red zone.
You crazy?
Never. Pull up the clip. Pull up the clip right now. Send me the link. Link me. Oh,
crazy.
Send me the YouTube link right now of Mike Evans getting triple teamed in the red zone.
Oh my God.
Send me the YouTube link.
Oh gosh.
Send me the link. Send it to me.
You are funny.
Send it to me, man. Y'all gotta.
You are funny.
I gotta stop this, man. Julio Jones is one of the greatest wide receivers ever.
We're not taking that away from him. Mike Evans, and I'm not, and I normally don't agree with Shaq on this, but I got to tonight because at the end of the day, you can't discount 9 years of 1,000 yards. A person that Julio was good, but Julio was also inconsistent. Injuries played a part in him not playing.
Injuries don't count as inconsistent. When he played, he played. No, that's not inconsistent. That's being hurt. That's like saying, Cooper Kupp was terrible last year because he only played. When Cooper Kupp was on the field, that man delivered.
Mike Evans has one All-Pro selection in his entire career. And
he's
never even made first team All-Pro. What are we talking about?
How many years has Cooper Kupp only had one great year?
Oh, that's
great year.
He had one super great year. I give you that.
And then he had 1,000 yards.
But Cooper Kupp has been consistent nonstop, except for when he was hurt. Get out of here. I pull up the numbers. Cooper Kupp has delivered.
League in receiving yards. Has he ever done that?
No, he hasn't. I'll give you that. No.
Y'all only have one argument for Mike Evans, and that he's had 9 straight 1,000-yard seasons, and that's
he's consistent.
That's your only argument. It's so many other things that.
And Julio Jones was consistent until he got hurt at the end of his career.
Julio got 5 all-pro selections, 3 of them first team, if I'm not mistaken. He's led the league in receiving yards twice.
How many games?
There were multiple
until the last few years.
There were multiple seasons where we got Julio as the best wide receiver in the league. You've never ever said Mike Evans was the best wide receiver in the league.
Okay, let me ask you this: How many 1,000 yards seasons have Mike Evans had?
Yeah,
that's the only argument y'all got.
Okay, how many 1,000 yards?
Something else. What else can you point to?
Julio Jones had 7. Julio Jones had 7, and here's something. Mike Evans has gone over 1,500 yards once in his career. Julio Jones did it 3 times. Once getting like 1,800. Get out of here talking about Julio hasn't been consistent.
Julio got more receiving yards than Mike Evans, and Mike Evans has played more games. How does that add up? He got 9 straight 1,000-yard seasons, right? But he still don't have more yards than Julio, and he's played more games.
He's also played with a better quarterback. Matty Ice was good for a reason. He was good. He was good. Quarterbacks don't matter.
Yeah, you don't have another argument outside of.
But I'm saying quarterbacks don't matter. Quarterbacks don't matter.
Of course they matter. But
right then, yeah, Matty Ice. This dude had Josh Freeman. Mike Glennon. For like 4 or 5 years.
Mike Glennon.
Josh Freeman won't no scrub. Josh Freeman better than Baker Mayfield right now.
Oh God.
You know the name Mike Glennon? I do.
Yes.
That's who his quarterback was.
Mike Glennon was not a scrub.
He was kind of scrubbish. He was very scrubbish.
Thank you for watching the show.
What?
Mike Glennon wasn't a scrub.
Mike Glennon was a bit scrubbish.
My team, right? Like, you know, it's my team,
horrible.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
He was trash.
The only argument y'all have is the 9 straight 1,000 yards. Y'all have nothing else.
Played with Mike Glennon.
Consistency doesn't get hurt. He's always on the field.
When they,
hold up, whoa! Mike Evans is always on the field.
Mike Evans is always on the field.
Mike Evans is always on the field.
This conversation was
he's missed games.
Hall of Fame. When they're evaluating him for the Hall of Fame, they're not going to evaluate him based on the quarterback.
So let me ask you this: Who else is in that 2014 draft? Then Since you got a list.
No, it's not. I didn't do who was in his draft class. None of the receivers I named was
Yeah,
in
they're
his
not.
draft class.
It's just
I'm
players
saying
in
that's wide receivers
2014.
Since we just going by when Mike Evans came into the league in 2014. So we saying that like
Who's in the draft class though?
Who's the draft class?
Let's see.
Right now.
Who's the draft
By the
class?
way, for those that gotta leave, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
We
joining
enjoy
us.
having y'all on the show. We gonna still keep yelling at each other for a second for those that can stick around. But just want y'all to know we love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
We can table this discussion because y'all.
No, we're not.
No,
got
no,
all
we-
night.
Y'all need a good night's sleep.
Yeah,
No,
make,
we got all
yeah.
night.
I'm just saying he's missed
Y'all
games.
need a
Is
good
my
night's
point.
sleep. Y'all need to sleep tonight. Y'all need to wake up in the morning and y'all need to apologize. That's what needs to happen. Because the disrespect to Julio Jones right now is insane.
We're not
Who's disrespecting
disrespecting.
Julio?
Nobody
Who's disrespecting
disrespecting
him?
Julio
Kinda,
Jones. We
y'all
move
saying
on.
y'all say he's
Mike Evans
inconsistent,
over Julio
and
Jones.
the last 3 years he was trash. These are comments that you made. That's kind of
He was
disrespectful.
trash the last 3 years.
He was hurt. There's a difference between being trash and being hurt.
Oh God. He was. Oh gosh. Okay.
Come on.
That's like judging Randy Moss for his time in San Francisco.
That's like judging Randy Moss for his time in Oakland when they were terrible.
Come on, man.
You just go to Oakland and get paid. Nobody really wants
Hey. Jerry Rice came to Oakland
And ball.
and balled out. Now,
All right, so Sammy Watkins was in that draft class. Mike Evans, Odell was in that draft class. Odell Beckham, Brandon Cooks,
Ain't heard a name yet. Better know.
Kelvin
I'm waiting. I'm definitely waiting.
Kelvin Benjamin. I didn't say that's not the debate though.
Yeah.
I didn't say he wasn't the best receiver in his draft class. I never said that.
So you saying Mike Evans is not Hall of Fame?
No, I didn't even say that. I just said he's not first ballot.
Oh, I can live with that. That's fine. Okay. I thought you said he's not going to the Hall of Fame.
All I said.
Oh,
I said I said he will be in the Hall of Fame, but
yeah,
he's not first ballot.
I think he could be, but it's like we said, the backlog for wide receivers is tough. That's gonna make
Julio
it
Jones
difficult.
is first ballot.
That's gonna make it tough.
Let's get that straight right now. Julio Jones is first ballot.
But he ain't going first ballot.
He will. I guarantee. I put money on that. He's going first ballot.
He going first ballot? Okay.
Megatron went
8-16,
first, and I'm
10-44.
not saying Julio Jones. And I will say this: I don't agree with this. Let's be that clear. Shaq knows me. He knows how but he knows how big of a Megatron fan I am. I don't believe that Julio Jones is better than Megatron, but you do have some people out there
That's just
who
insane.
would rank Julio Jones over Megatron.
That's insane.
Um,
That's like saying Megatron better than Jerry Rice. Then that's just insane. Stupid. But okay.
You
Well, go ahead.
You think he first ballot?
You think Megatron?
there's no doubt in my mind Julio Jones is first ballot.
Okay.
Julio Jones is the top 10 wide receiver of all time.
We're not saying he ain't.
I
We
say
didn't
at their peaks, Julio's peak is higher than Mike Evans' peak. Mike Evans wins on that consistency throughout all the years. But if we're talking peaks, Julio Jones' peak is higher. And that can sometimes get you in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot more so than a consistent career. Sometimes.
Honestly, the 9 straight 1,000-yard seasons is what gets Mike in the Hall of Fame. But one of those seasons he had like 1,051, I think. You take away one catch, one big.
I mean, but you can say that about anybody.
No, right. But here's the fact. Mike Evans, since he's been in the career, like when you do these rankings, he's always either barely been in the top 5 or been just outside of the top 5. He's never been number 1. Julio Jones was number 1. Like Julio Jones, there was a long stretch where he was the best wide receiver in the league. Like he is first ballot, no question. You like on any level, Mike. Even if because your only argument is stats. You're going off of just pure wide receiver, right? Route running.
But hold up. What else can you go off if it ain't stats? Then like you got to go off
route running, hands, your actual skill set as a wide receiver.
But you got to.
It's not just all about stats, because like you said, stats don't tell the whole story. Even to y'all point, y'all make a good argument in regards to like the quarterbacks he played with. Stats don't always tell the whole story. I don't necessarily go all in on stats either. You know what I'm saying? The eye test does count. And there's no aspect of being a wide receiver where Mike Evans was ever better than Julio Jones. Not route running.
Except for the 3 years when he was trash, as some people say.
I mean, so
I've never seen Mike Evans have 300 yards receiving in the game.
He missed those 3 years that we talk about. The last 3 years, he played 10 games, 30 games total, 10 games apiece. He averaged 300 yards each season, at least 350. So he played at least more than half the season and didn't do anything. So that got to count for something. I can see if he missed 15 games or something. It don't.
It don't count for nothing. It's like trying to judge. It's trying to judge Michael Jackson off of the Butterfly album. Come on, man. Like it don't count for nothing, man.
Okay.
It counts,
Okay.
He was still playing.
Like, you know,
If you still continue to play, you lose your legend. It's just like you still got Anderson Silva as the GOAT. I'm like, how? When he been knocked out his last 6 fights?
He's fighting for the love of the game,
It doesn't matter. If you're still playing, it counts against your legacy.
Yeah.
It counts against your legacy.
Once you solidify, you solidify.
Not
Once you certify, you certify.
A win-loss record.
They don't take platinum plaques away just because you ain't had a platinum album in 5 years. You still got that platinum plaque. Once you certify, you
should just stop making music.
Nah, once you certify, dog.
Steve don't like to let the legends go, man. It's like,
once you certify, you certify. It's like judging Jerry Rice time in Seattle. We don't judge.
Hold on. Jerry Rice he did working with the Raiders, but Seattle, that was literally one game and he retired, I think.
We don't even judge Michael Jordan by Wizards.
Michael Jordan did average like 25 with the Wizards at 40. I know, I'm a Bulls fan.
But he won't Mike.
At 40, he averaged 25.
But he won't Mike.
He was still giving you the fadeaway.
If he was MJ, he would have averaged 35.
He was still giving you the fadeaway. He was still giving it to you.
If he was MJ, he would have averaged 35, and they would have made the playoffs.
And by the way, Jerry Rice played 9 games that year in Seattle.
Okay, whatever.
It wasn't one.
It don't matter. Who remember that?
But he was garbage though.
Don't remember that. Don't matter. Remember that.
ProFootballReference.com remembers.
I don't remember that. Whatever.
Hey man, y'all get a good night's sleep, man. Rodney, I'm gonna text you first thing in the morning because you.
I don't need to text me.
You said some. I'm worried, dog. I'm worried.
Worried about what? JJ.
Hey, y'all said some slanderous stuff about Julio Jones. Y'all should.
Hold on.
I'm worried. I'm worried.
He ain't talking about JJ.
Yo. We even had this debate. This trouble.
Hold up, JJ. Last week.
Yes.
We talked about this last week.
Yes.
It's not a secret. If you listen to the show, I do not like Brock Purdy. He is not that great.
Where did he come from? Where Brock Purdy come from? Oh, you talk about
Commissioner, what happened to that gavel? How come we not pounding the gavel on the 49er talk? What happened?
We can talk, Steve. What I'm telling you, you're not going to change my mind about who he is. I don't care what you say.
I'm not a part of the show, but for those of you that watch and still watching right now, I'm sure y'all care about this brother. If you have links to any good therapists, drop the links. Drop the links to therapy.
Hold up. We don't give you.
Anybody got access to sea moss because he's missing his vitamins.
Hold up.
Drop the links to sea moss.
We're on a recorded show. We're on a recorded show, right? We got witnesses now. We can do it when better. We can place the bet down.
Uh-oh. We put money in on it.
What's the bet?
It's a challenge.
Let's place a bet. Since you all in on Mr. Broke Arm real quick. So let's place a bet. So the bet is this. He does not throw for 3,500 yards. Matter of fact, he don't even make it through the whole season. Because he gonna get benched because he's trash. Ooh. So let's say that. So that's
a serious bet.
Let's put a bet out there since you want to go somewhere with it.
Are you saying he's not gonna play the whole season?
Okay,
so we're not talking about help. You're just talking about.
I'm saying like this. He gonna throw so many picks. Shanahan is gonna be forced to bench him. That's what I'm telling you.
Bench him for who?
For whoever, Sam Donald,
Trey Lance,
whatever.
We could place that bet. What's the bet?
Put your money where your mouth is.
How much we talking?
Hey, we can talk.
I'm a teacher. I don't make that much money, but how much?
Hey, look, I ain't a teacher. I'm good over here, brother.
How much
are we firing shots at teachers now?
Yeah, hold on, man. I ain't like that.
Whoa, hold up. R&J respects teachers and the hard work they do every day in the classroom. All right.
What's the number? What's the number, Rodney?
Hold up. I want people to realize.
Push-ups.
Look, no, it's no push-ups. I want people to realize that Steve is my brother. This is a friendly wager. All I'm saying is this. I'm good over here, Cap.
What's the wager? What's the wager?
Let's do $50.
Oh yeah, that's easy money.
That's easy.
Cool.
I mean, that's
and 50 push-ups.
Are we doing a virtual handshake? Like, what are we doing?
We don't need a virtual handshake. I know when you. I know how to get in touch with you. So
Easy.
stop it.
Oh,
Wait, clearly state the bet. What is the bet?
The bet is this. He gets. First of all, he doesn't. If he plays through the whole season, he's not doing 3,500 because no 49er quarterback has did over 4,000. Period in the Shanahan era, because he know I'm telling the truth. The closest came was Jimmy at 39, and then Jimmy threw for 31. So let's keep it factual here. And number two, that right arm that he just got repaired, somebody gonna hit that, and he gonna be done for the year. So that's another thing.
I'm not betting that he gonna.
The bet earlier was he's gonna get benched because he was bad.
Yeah, but that's not the bet. The bet was you said he
get benched by week 8. He's benched.
But why is he get? So he's not. I just want to make this clear.
Performance.
You're saying that the bet is he's gonna get benched because of
performance.
Because of his performance. That's the bet, right? Not hurt. So injuries don't count, right?
And okay, if we start off with a losing record, he's definitely getting benched. Because you got to put him on the bench if we start anywhere. Because, Steve, you know, just like any 49ers fan, have we started anywhere over 500 since 2019? Answer that question now.
Nah.
Thank you. Again, my prompt. Jimmy was about to
do it.
Oh, my gosh. You can't be serious, right?
Hey, so I don't know about this bet for 35. I personally got him around 3,400 yards. I think he going to get close to 35. I don't know if he's going to get 35. He got a good shot too, but I don't know.
Let me ask you.
I don't know if he's gonna get 35.
Hold up. You know how many yards?
He's not getting benched for his play. And
you know how many yards? Hold up. You know how many yards he averaged last year?
Like it was like around like 189, right?
He averaged 175 a game, around 212 total. Around 212 per game.
I don't even think he's gonna get 35, but he's not.
So hold up. So you're not saying he's getting 35 for the year?
I think he's gonna get around. Well, actually, if Jimmy got 39, he can get 35. I take you up on that.
Uh-oh.
He's not getting 35, and that
he's not getting. But all of this is barring health. I just want to make sure.
Everything is barring health.
Okay, all right. But he's not getting benched. He's not getting benched for his play. No, don't see.
So you telling me we start 2-5, he's not going to the bench?
We're not starting 2-5. That's the first.
We've been starting 3-6 the last 2 years.
That was before we had Brock Purdy.
Oh my God! Oh, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious.
I'm so serious right now.
What?
Dog. I've seen enough. I don't think you. I still got some. If you want to come to the house, I still got some of the games from last year on DVR from YouTube TV.
I don't need that.
You want to come over? Your family, man. If you want to come over, we can sit down on the couch.
I don't need that.
I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna go get some pineapple moonshine tomorrow.
I don't need that. I don't drink anyway, so I don't need that.
And you know, I can show you. I can break down the film as to why Brock Purdy is the guy.
Brock Purdy is not the guy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
So we at R&J are gonna invite Steve back so he and Rodney can discuss the greatness or the horribleness of Brock Purdy. I'm very interested in how this bet's gonna go. But let's recap something. I'm gonna put the draft board back on, and in your words, let me know how y'all think y'all did. We'll start with since he was the last pick, we'll let Tron start. Let us know how you think your draft went. Here you go. I got your stuff back up for you. but he gone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we heard you now.
All right. For the draft overview.
Yeah, overview. How'd you do? How'd your strategy work out for you?
I think I did all right. I mean, I was able to get Josh Allen the 3rd round. I probably could have waited until Mark Andrews, whoever team 10 is, kept taking my players. But besides that, I mean, I think I did well. I was able to get Saquon and Nick Chubb. I mean, hopefully they have 2 cowbell years carrying the load and everything. I think Saquon got a little something to prove. He feel like it's a little 1-year check. So either he playing for the big bag or he playing to stay healthy, either or. But besides that, I think I did all right. You don't do no grades. They don't got no grades on Sleeper like they do on Yahoo.
Nah, they don't do it.
And we got some messages about that. You need to update. Give me a grade or something. Got to grade myself.
Need a grade, man.
Need a grade. I give myself a damn B-.
I dig it.
Yeah.
R of R and J. How'd you make out?
Yeah. I think I did good the first 1, 2, 3, 4. I think by getting Herbert late, I think my combination of receivers are here and Lamb. I take that all day long. I think I did fairly well, to be honest with you, without giving away too much instead of two weeks from now. But I did that Mike Evans draft pick just for GP because I knew he wanted him.
Just to
so
annoy
I did it on purpose. Just to annoy him. So I did it on purpose. But other than that, I think I did well, honestly. I like my picks, to be honest with you.
What's up, third man?
For the first public mock draft that we've all done together, just going away from a normal strategy that I would do, just seeing how the draft board play out if I did things a little different. I like my picks up into the 6th round. I think getting Captain Kirk late was very good for me. So if this was a league, I wouldn't be too mad at this team. A real league, I wouldn't be too mad at this team. I believe I did okay.
I just noticed your Mike Thomas. How you feel about Mike Thomas this year, though? You think he's going to be healthy this year for real?
I just really drafted him because he was there.
He's available.
He can't get no less hurt. He can't be no more hurt than he is now.
I dig
it. So, that's something you just keep as a flyer and see what happens. If not, no skin in the game. You just cut him.
10th round.
10th round.
10th round don't mean much.
I saw a meme that said DeMar Hamlin died and came back before Mike Thomas.
Yo.
Oh no.
No love in the city.
That's horrible.
That is funny.
That is not right. That is terrible.
Send me that, please. That's funny. That is
y'all wrong for that.
That is hilarious.
Oh Lord. There ain't nothing right about that.
Yo, that is terrible.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He ain't playing 3 years?
It's been a long time, dog.
Yo.
He ain't played since we went to Yo.
It's a long time, dog.
How'd you do?
I love my team, man. I love my wide receiver combination of Coop and Garrett Wilson. Especially Garrett Wilson have the year. I think he's gonna have. All Cup got to do is stay healthy. As long as he got Matthew Stafford, man, he's guaranteed 100 catches this year. Running backs, Joe Mixon, consistent. He's gonna get a couple catches out the backfield. He's guaranteed 10 points a game, and then he'll have a big game. It just all depends on what Travis Etienne gonna do. Is he gonna take that next step? So I think maybe I probably could have drafted a running back earlier, but I believe in the hype for Travis Etienne. My only thing I don't like, and I just noticed this, I don't like the combination of Ayuk and Kittle together.
Right.
Only because with our team, like the person that's gonna be consistent week to week is Christian McCaffrey. He's gonna do this thing week to week. But Ayuk, don't get me wrong, I think Ayuk's gonna have 6 to 7 catches a game. It just depends on what happens with the yards. Like sometimes it might be 6 to 7 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. Sometimes it might be 6 to 7 catches for 113 yards or whatever. But I don't think they're going to be consistent together. Pacheco, I know we talked about earlier, like with wide receivers, what team we stay from. Kansas City, I tend to stay away from them running backs. So I kind of just took him because he was there. I do like Brian Robinson, so
that was a steal.
I would, for this draft, I would give myself a B. Cause I really like my wide receiver combo. I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna take that step.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is one of my quarterbacks I'm real high on this year. I also see you went complete homer and got that Elijah Mitchell pick in there at the end as well.
Yeah, even though, man,
you're a bigger believer in the 49ers than your other fan over here is.
You gotta because of injuries with running backs, you gotta take a handcuff. But Elijah Mitchell stay hurt too. That's another person that stay hurt.
Thank you.
It's almost like Raheem Mostert passed his hurt gene to him.
Bro, you ain't never lied about that.
Raheem Mostert, man, his last year with us, I'm still trying to find the play he got hurt.
He got hurt on the run.
We don't know which play he got hurt on.
He got hurt on that big run, and he left the game after that.
That's crazy. And then Elijah Mitchell was hurt first day of training camp, literally. Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, I that's why I would give myself a B, because if I didn't draft so many Niners, I probably would give myself a B+. But I got 3 Niners. So.
And that's why you don't win every year, because you do your homer picks. You pick too many 49ers. You gotta learn when you play fantasy. You get 1, maybe
There's
2.
The person who drafted Trey Lance in the second.
Oh, and I would do it again. I sure would. I would do it again.
And you'd be making a big mistake if you did it again.
That's all right. If he's ever named the start, I would do it again.
I dig it. Is our producer there? I see the Kelsey Crunch up front.
What you want?
You want to tell us about your draft, how you think you did?
It's all right. I don't have a grade. It's okay.
All right, no grade. But I will say, I will say this about that draft. And this goes back to something that was said earlier. I like Derek Carr. I think he's going to have a really good year playing in that dome. One of the big things about Derek Carr has been cold weather. He falls apart. He ain't got that problem there. He's got Olave there. If Thomas can put together some games, that's even better. But I like when Alvin Kamara gets back, Jamal Williams. I think that offense is going to be pretty good. I got the Saints as my top to finish above at the top of that division, as bad as that division is. And somebody joked Geno Smith. Geno Smith is going to have a stellar year. Over 4,000.
Oh, I don't care about
over
the
30,
Smith joke.
Maybe even up to 40. Hey, if he did all that with Tyler Lockett and DK last year at JSN, that's going to be something fun to watch.
But I have good feelings about quarterbacks, so
yeah,
I ain't worried about no Geno joke. Y'all can joke me all you want. It's all good.
Geno gonna put up big numbers this year.
Yeah, Geno gonna put up some numbers. He did stellar even in the barbershop league last year. But I think the best draft goes to myself. I actually like this no running back strategy. Don't be. I can't. I ain't gonna pull it out in the barbershop league and stuff like that. But in the SMFL, Rodney, don't be surprised when you see it. We did a mock draft last year, and I went Justin Jefferson first overall, but I didn't stick to my guns and do it in the actual draft. This year is gonna be different. I'm mock draft. This way I mock draft is where I'm probably gonna do the real draft. And if I get a team like this, I'm gonna get my 4th championship in that league. And I might even get my 4th in the E-Power League. Then I'm gonna catch up with you.
I'm a contender year after year in that.
Yes,
league,
you are.
so.
Yes, you are.
Hey, look, you my guy. We bounce off each other, but I'm a real Niners fan, obviously. But I just have doubts. That's it. But you so
this
it's
year.
It's okay to have doubts. It's okay.
I have doubts. It's okay.
But I'm gonna do you like I do my boy Juice. I'm a real.
Ain't no need. You can't win over here, bro.
I'm gonna end it with this. We going 13. What is it? 13-4? Yeah, 13-4.
Okay.
13-4.
All right.
I take that bet.
I take that bet too in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Are you what you think you're doing in True Warrior? Are you coming to play this year, or what you gonna do? Because it's your fourth year this year? Is your fourth year or third year?
Oh, I thought you was talking to Sat. Saying,
I'm talking to you.
You coming to play? You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm coming to.
Oh yeah, I told you. What's August 16th, 11:07 p.m. Let's bookmark this. Let's bookmark this.
I'm gonna have to save this show. We got a lot to come back to.
I'm winning that league this year, dog.
Okay.
Barn Health.
Barn
Health. Now last year, I was proud of myself for getting to the second round because Josh Allen was letting me down, and then Travis Lawrence put it together. The year before last, that's the year I felt like me and you should have been in the championship, and we dropped the ball. Now, granted, you ended up putting up like 400 points that next week, so you would have blown me out in the championship.
You know, that's what I do anyway.
You would have agreed to it. Hopefully, you would have been in the Christmas spirit and agreed to a split. But
hey, he don't split with too many now. He don't split with too many. So.
He don't split with too many now.
Yeah, he don't split with too many.
Not too many now. You got to be on that list now. So I don't know.
I'm coming. I'm going to that championship game this year. I'm gonna get over the hump this year.
Okay. I mean, Shaq gotta do the same thing. Y'all gotta kind of Shaq been on the. He ain't been hitting it like you did, but Shaq gotta get there. Shaq been slipping a little bit.
I give Shaq credit this though. We spent like 30 minutes clowning him at his first draft when he drafted Christian McCaffrey.
It was a bad draft. It was bad.
But he did work that year though. He made the
playoffs.
Yeah, he did work that year. So I gotta give him some credit because I for sure when he did that, I for sure thought he was gonna finish last.
But see, he hard headed though. He don't listen. That's his problem. When you tell him something, oh no, I'm gonna do the opposite. Okay, you do that then. But he learned the next year though, so I get it. I understand.
I had a better draft pick the next year.
He keeps saying
pick this year.
10.
I don't know. Ask Rodney what my pick is this year.
No, Raph got 10. You got 9, I think.
But 9. See, hold up, Steve. He keep blaming me on his draft pick, and I told him I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I know what you told me. I don't know what buttons you pressing behind the scene in pre-production. Yeah, it's all right.
Pre-production, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming for that chip though.
You gotta come through me first, but it's okay.
Hey man, sacrifices got to be made, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get there, but all right.
Sacrifices got to be made.
I don't know if you can get there. And then don't even think about the barbershop. You would not win in that league because
yes, you would. And that's the main reason why I want to win this league because I want to be in the barbershop.
You can win in there. I was in the championship my first year in the barbershop.
But then he didn't go for the next 4 years.
But I won last year.
Hey man,
it took a lot to get back.
I'm gonna patiently wait for somebody's wife. I'm gonna patiently wait for somebody's wife to shoot that text saying, "Hey, like you've been playing fantasy football
too long. You've been playing too long.
Time to let it go.
Time to let it go.
Hey,
yeah, time to let it go.
Look, the buy-in went up, so you ain't won no championship. You gotta go.
If it's anything like the E-Power League, I done seen the older bros drop like flies, man.
They don't drop like that over there. That's the crazy part,
man. Somebody.
But see. I don't know. See, it's hard to get in there because it's a long list of people getting in. You have to be really. I gotta like call you like, look, I got a spot in there. It's hard. It's a list, man.
Well, when I'm the reigning champ, you're gonna have to at least.
I don't know about that, man.
You have to consider me.
I don't know about that, but Tron been in there just as long as I've been in there. Tron been in almost 10 years. Is it 10 years, Tron?
Going on close to.
Yeah, it's about 10 years. I've been in there about 12 now, so it's a long time, man. So you gotta be able to compete in there, because if not, you're gonna really lose.
You'll be fine.
I'm ready.
Jay, stop pulling his head up, Jay.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
You're overselling. You're overselling.
No, I'm not. Jay.
I'm ready.
I'm not overselling.
He trying to.
He's overselling.
Big bro, he trying to scare me, man.
I'm not overselling, man. Yeah. See. You think Byron's bad in a True Warrior? Byron's even worse in the barbershop. Even worse.
All the quarterbacks.
No, Byron's worse in the barbershop. I promise you. 10 times.
I'm good. I'm ready.
He steals everybody's quarterbacks in the barbershop.
For real?
Yes.
I'm
He have about 6 or 7 quarterbacks on the bench. Easy.
Hey man, you can only start 2.
He don't care about that.
Hey, as long as I got my 2, we rolling.
Hey, 2, you might be one short. You need at least 3.
Oh no. We're gonna have another.
And then bye weeks be crucial.
They be crucial over there.
That bye week do be crucial for sure.
Always crucial.
I'm just saying, you can be considered, but it's probably gonna be a long time for that.
I'm gonna make it so you ain't gonna have another choice but to call me and tell me I'm in the league.
I might want to choose Shaq. Who knows?
I'm gonna run back-to-back championships in the barbershop. Then I might just retire and give my spot to you. Then
he ain't.
I'm like,
you can't
I've shown these guys about as much as I can teach them. Then I'm gonna let you go in.
You can't give your spot to him. I gotta approve that spot.
And the spot and the pot this year $1,500.
Oh yeah, never mind. I can't give up my spot because I'm about to get all that cash. Never mind.
No, it's a lot over there now. It's definitely a lot over there.
It's 15. And now we got a $1,500 pot in the True Warriors League, right?
Yeah.
The barbershop will fund your fantasy football plan for years once you win that.
Yes, it will. You better ask Tron.
Yes, indeed.
Yo, you went over there. You can lose for the next year. You good to go. You be like, maybe I lost.
Yeah.
Ask Tron. Tron won a couple years. See, but Tron don't split though, so you can forget that with him. He ain't split with nobody.
It all depends on who it is, man. It all depends on who it is.
He'll split with me. That's about it.
That's about it.
That's about it. He ain't split with nobody else.
No,
it will fund you. Like, honestly, you can win some money over there, and the next year you'll be like, man, I lost so what? I don't care. It is what it is. So, trust me, I went both True Warrior and Barbershop in the same year. So, I won some money over there. But it's, I think about you if it does happen. So, I don't know.
All right, folks.
All right, man.
We're going to wrap it up. But, hey, guys, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it, man.
Let this not be the last time, especially you, Shaq. You are our third man. We here every Wednesday at 9, Tron's, Dent. Anytime y'all want to join, just let us know. We'd love to have you guys up here.
Summer is over, so college tuition, no longer will be paid. So we back. The girls got all their books. They good now. We
got you, man.
I earned my VIP card at Onyx this year, so we
are. Oh, God. Yo. Hey, look,
on that note.
On that note, look, if he don't show up, we just gonna replace him with either Tron or Steve, and then we just gonna call it a day.
I don't know how to work technology, man. I ain't got to worry about Tron always keeps that trouble logging on. I'm all right over here.
Hey, but try to be on time though. Sometime, man. Try to make sure I be there.
Hey, you came through. We came through where we needed you. Appreciate it, all y'all. Y'all have a good one. We'll be back here again next Wednesday. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.